What is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge and we are back today with a quick Cosmic Crucible update in regards to the Season 2, as we've seen already with some of the big changes that are coming. Great opportunity now to brainstorm in regards to, how can we anticipate some of these changes coming into play, as well as some of the synergies that we can utilize. That said, it is available, guys, on the MarvelStrikeForce.com website, released yesterday, but always great to get preparation because we know these changes are coming fast and it's actually going to be as early as next week. That said, let's get this started. So biggest update, guys, the global rules. So this is what's going to be applying to all rooms regardless of the room setting. So on offense, there's going to be a reduction in speed and resistance by 10% for all non-Masters of Evil villain mystics. So characters like Ultron, Titania, speculating Kang right now, they're all going to be getting this advantage, especially if you're using him on an offensive basis. Defense, the speed and resistance is actually going to be decreased by 20% for all cosmic villain mystics. These characters, or more specifically the big meta ones, Dorm, Loki, Hela, Doctor Strange, Heartless. So these are all just going to be taking a hit there. Be mindful of this if you're using them or planning to bring them in for defense purposes. As well, Cosmic Villain Mystics turn, they're also going to be gaining additional bleed. So I mean, anytime you're using any of these characters now, they're going to be getting that significant disadvantage, unfortunately. And lastly, guys, on defense, this is the status quo as before. Characters getting that additional increase in HP and damage. So status quo. Now let's get on with the big updates to these rooms specifically, and there's some big ones, guys. So rooms 1 and 2 thankfully won't have any changes, so we're good there. Room 3, on defense purpose anyways, any characters with a Fortifier Ice Wave, this ultimate's actually going to be spreading to all positive effects next to them adjacent. So this is kind of similar like that Scourge setting where we had that butterfly effect with the Fortifier actually spreading positive buffs, and then as well, this is regardless of defense too. Any ISO 8 striker, they're going to be burying that character for 5% of their HP and flipping as well any offense down. So team synergies that have a lot of striker combinations, right? This is Infinity Watch, Death Seed are some simple examples. These are characters that are going to be able to be thriving on a defensive basis, but as well as offensive, because they're going to be getting additional barrier each time they strike. And as well, if you guys recall, they're already getting multiple hits in just because of that key character assisting with the attacks. So room 3 for sure, I think Death Seed, Infinity Watch, they're going to truly shine, but as well, be mindful of the fact that if you are placing any team synergies here with the Fortifier ISO 8, they're going to be providing amazing buffs for them. And then, guys, last but not least here, room 4, on spawn, hero mutants gaining revive once and immunity. So we've seen already with the Age of X that X-Men, Unlimited X, they are going to fall a little bit now that we've changed to this new setting in Crucible. But these teams are still going to shine. They're going to be gaining the revive. They won't shine as bright just because of that nerf to the Age of X, and that's normal with this game mode, right? Because typically updates are good and it's going to keep things competitive as well. So I still foresee that the Unlimited is going to be very powerful still, but they are going to be dropping a little bit just because they're losing a lot of value from all those natural passive buffs. Room 5, any Spider-Verse character having stealth, so more specifically that's Tangle Web, Miles, are really obvious, they're going to be gaining additional damage, so it really does make sense to take advantage of them. There's also a reduction of resistance for any character who bleed. So more specifically, if you guys recall, any of those villain mystic cosmic characters, they're going to be taking a hit for sure. And as well, they added a disclaimer that this room may be updated in the future, so just something to be mindful of. Maybe this is something that they were just putting in as a placeholder, and we may see changes sooner rather than later. Now, guys, that said, I still think Spider-Verse is going to be really good to place in there on defense or using for offensive purposes, but just be mindful of the fact that this is probably going to change likely soon, and who knows what's going to go in there, but we'll definitely brainstorm. And then, guys, lastly, room 6 on defense. I can read all this, but honestly, in layman's terms, Wakandans are going to be the new Unlimited X-Men team. They're going to be gaining HP, damage, resistance. They're going to be cleansing every turn, as well as gaining speed up, and as you can see, they can also clear revive on each attack. So they almost all become, you know, versions of Red Hulk, being able to clear the revive, and as well being able to pretty much cleanse anything in their path. So Wakandans are the team that you're going to need to build to be very successful. This room 6 looks absolutely dangerous, especially using them on defense. Now, I will have to say to another note added to this was that if you are using an offensive team for this, non-tech characters are probably going to be, you know, hugely at a disadvantage, just due to the fact that you can see characters like non-tech losing their charge each turn, and if this is done, defense down is also going to be applicable. So we want to use non-tech, we want to use tech characters. There's a typo there, like Bionic Avengers, Kestrel, Doctor Doom, Ultron, and you know, characters like Sherry that actually does benefit from being a Wakanda in this room. It is going to make a lot of sense. So again, my apologies there for the typo, but use tech for this specific room if you guys are planning to bring down the Wakandans. But yeah, it's going to be definitely a hefty battle against them. But again, Kestrel, Doom, Ultron, Shuri, and as well as Bionic, they're going to have a good time. But to be honest, I think this is going to be pretty much the new Unlimited X-Men room, where we basically need multiple attacks to get through. But it'll be interesting once we get some more theory crafting out there and, you know, test out the strategy, of course. Do let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. Some big changes. I'm very excited for the change because it always changes the compete level, but as well the theory crafting and strategy. Thank you as always. Do appreciate checking my videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.